Brendan Savage here with another Flint Generals video blog. I got to watch that. I'm here with former Detroit Red Wing and new IHL Commissioner Dennis Hextall. Dennis, thanks for joining us.
It's my honor.
First of all, can you just tell us how this all came about how you got the commissioner's job, whether they contacted you, you contacted them?
I was talking to Larry Kinney, who owns Port Huron, about possibly doing some work in Hull and working with the Minor Hockey Association. And that was put on hold, and all of a sudden one day he says, they're going to be looking for a new commissioner in the IHL. Would you be interested? And I said, yeah, I'll take a look at it. So at first, I'm not sure I was totally really excited about it, but after I did a couple interviews and talked to a couple people, I thought, boy, this would be a challenge, it'd be fun, and interesting. So I pursued it, and here we are.
Have you done anything like this before with any other leagues or anything like that?
I've done consulting for Victory Honda Minor Hockey Group in Detroit. I spent a lot of time with them for about a year and a half, and then when the automotive stuff crashed, they had to cut corners and everything else, like everybody else. But that was the only time that I've really worked with an association.
Now, you've had a chance, obviously, been on the job for a while, to talk to some of the teams and visit some of the cities. What can you tell us about the state of the IHL?
Well, I think there's an upside to it right now. I think, Flint had a tough go last year. You get new ownership. Everything seems positive. And I visited every other city and met the management. And I just see an upside to the league. I mean, I think it's very positive. A lot of teams, have struggled because of the economy and that. But I think you're going to see some very competitive hockey this year. And just overall, it's going to be very upside.
Now, you mentioned Flint. They had their struggles, and they had some issues with ownership over the summer. They got a late start, but what do you think about the state of the Generals? It looks like Jason Mazzotti has recruited a pretty good team on such late notice.
Well, I don't know a lot of the players, and it's going to be interesting for me to see some of the games and that. And my intent this year is to visit each city on a regular basis, and I'm hoping to pick up at least 2 games a week. So I'm going to get to see a lot of teams and a lot of the players and what the league's like. And as we go through, if I see something where I can make suggestions, obviously I'm going to speak up, and we'll go from there.
Now, what exactly will your duties be? Because in the past, Brad Jones has been in charge of suspensions and things like that. Will he continue to do that, and what will you do?
Brad Jones will continue to do everything he did in the past. I think you're going to see there's going to be a lot more games supervised this year with him and his official supervisor. And on the other hand, too, like I said, I intend to pick up a lot of games myself, which I don't think was done last year with the commissioner. At least I've heard it wasn't. So with that, I think you're going to see a lot of supervision with the hockey, and hopefully that will be a step in the right direction to help make sure things go smooth.
Yeah, I think I only saw the commissioner here once or twice last year. What can you tell us about expansion? Is there any news on that front right now, or?
They're talking, or there has been conversations with other teams, potential teams. I myself have not been involved in them, but I've been being brought up to date as we go along. So hopefully through the year there'll be a couple opportunities to bring teams in, and if that happens, if you could get this league, I think up to 8 to 10 teams, I think the fans would benefit, everybody would benefit from it.
Now, before you took the commissioner's job, you were involved with the Detroit Red Wings Alumni Association. Are you still doing that, and what's that all about?
I'm still the president and executive director of our Red Wing alumni, so I'm the president of the alumni, and the executive director position is really trying to coordinate things between our alumni and the Red Wing organization. So we've built a pretty good relationship there with the Red Wing organization, and our alumni we're treated pretty good, let me put it that way. So we're working to whatever we can do. As a group, we'll go down there, and like on game nights, we may visit suites and help them as far as promoting suite sales or signing autographs or whatever.
That's certainly one of the most classy organizations in all of pro sports. I would get skinned alive if I didn't ask you about the Red Wings this year. They're going through a little rough patch now with some injuries and things like that, but what do you see as far as the Red Wings, the outlook this season?
I think they're going to be right there in the mix again. I'm not sure they're going to win the league again. They've lost a lot, so you've got a few new players, and it's a matter of getting their feet on the ground and playing. They picked up Bertuzzi, they picked up Jason Williams. I think they'll fill in for a few goals. Bertuzzi gives them size, and he's got a pretty big presence on the ice. He's a big man. And I think once he gets settled in here with the new players and everything, I think he'll do very well.
New IHL Commissioner Dennis Hextall. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.